So here we are again, ladies and gentlemen, for another update on the Achilles rupture situation. As you can see, I have my fiberglass Detroit Lions Blue edition. And wow, so far, actually I had this done, the cast was put on Friday. Today is Monday. I didn't have time to make a video. Over the weekend we had some family events. That was an adventure in and of itself. Which, by the way, as you can see, I'm moving my toes. On Friday and Saturday, that was very difficult to do. You know, again, just one of those things that you really take for granted. But it was like, I could feel my, the whole neurotransmitter, synapse, mind-body connection happening. I mean, I really had to think about doing this simple motion. But now, over time, a little bit of time, it's kind of come together. So it's progress, right? Slow spinning wheels of progress. But yeah, this thing is, gosh, so much lighter than what I had on before, right after the surgery, which was a combination of actual plaster and really just thick batting, almost like a type of really thick gauze, and just totally wrapped around. So this is a lot better. It doesn't really hurt my lower back and hip area as the other contraption, so to speak, did. So that's definitely a good thing. So in terms of pain, again, I'm probably right at the same area. In fact, it might even be a little bit less painful right now. Again, it's still immobilized, so, I haven't really tested it, but just like the natural healing process hasn't really ramped up at this point. I was really, really nervous, though, once the few minutes before the cast was put on when I was in the surgeon's office, because they had to clean off the area and actually remove my stitches. I was not told that was going to happen. So when the nurse said, "Oh yeah, we're going to remove your stitches," it was kind of caught me off guard. So I never had stitches removed in my life, but believe it or not, the highest level of pain sensation was as if you took a tack. Let's say there's a tack in my hand and just went, tick, 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 like that. As they were removing, there were 8 stitches. I forget the actual name that they told me, the type of stitches that they were, but they're equivalent to essentially 3 stitches. So it's 1 stitch equivalent to 3 stitches, the type of material that's used. So, of course, when the nurse told me, "Oh, you only have 8 stitches, what's the big deal?" And, again, psychologically, for somebody who's never had stitches, I thought it was going to be a big deal. And then I started thinking, wait a minute, if I tell people I only have 8 stitches, that's pretty lame. So when he said that they're equivalent to 3, and then I can tell people, yeah, I had 24 stitches. But anyway, so the stitches were removed. I took some other still images of that. Depending on how the whole editing goes, I actually might put those into this. But we'll see how that goes. So anyway, it is definitely all of 3 to 3.5 inches of an incision that was put into place. So it was really interesting to see again the additional kind of atrophy of my calf muscle. That, as you can see, it's really, really just kind of flabby. It's getting smaller. It's going to be really weird. I keep this cast on for 4 weeks. And then after that, I have the kind of RoboCop boot that I have a previous video on, that I will begin therapy on essentially that week when I get that RoboCop boot on, kind of like the middle of June. So that should be really interesting. You know, that's kind of from what I've heard, what I've read, what the surgeon has told me, that therapy is going to be the key to this. So anyway, that's the situation right now. It's still a pain to kind of be here with my foot elevated as much as it has to be, but I feel good that the surgeon has kind of mentioned to me that he likes the progress and that I'm being serious about recovery. So, and believe me, I'm very serious about this recovery. So that's what I have going on at the moment. You know, again, thanks for the messages, the well wishes, and we'll see what happens on the next update. All right, thanks, guys.